Welcome back everybody to a video on this beautiful channel, Human. Well, today the question is, why am I eating healthy but I'm still fat? Why am I still gaining weight? Why am I not losing weight if I'm eating healthy? Well, today I will talk to you about it. Obviously there are a lot of factors that go into it, but the main one, the kind of simplified version, would be you need to be in a caloric deficit, right? So think of your body as a vehicle. A vehicle needs to have everything in order, but also it needs gasoline to run, right? At least like normal vehicles. Okay, or it needs energy overall. If it's an electric car, it needs electricity. So that's the same with the human body. You need energy to make your activities for the day. That's why you need to eat. And that's why you feel hungry, because then you're running on low fuel, to put it in a way, right? So I'm gonna explain it a little bit more. Obviously it depends on where you're looking this from. For example, here in Mexico, we have on the labels, most of the labels, we have kilocalories and kilojoules. Now, kilojoules are still obviously a measurement for energy. However, the ones that are normally accounted for and the ones that you need to look for are calories. For example, in the United States, the labels normally just have calories, they don't have joules. So, for example, in the US, it won't be as hard to count calories because it's right there. Normally it's in a big number. But yeah, I'm gonna show you some labels here for you to understand, right? So I'm gonna go over some products here so you understand the point. All right, so here we have some American cheese, right? Obviously it's in Spanish because, well, I'm in Mexico. And well, if we see here, we look, it says that for 100 grams, this has 251 kilocalories, which are just calories to simplify. Okay, so how much does this have? This has, let's see, 144 grams. Right, so almost, if you eat this whole packet, which I hope you don't, but if you do, you will have probably 1.5 of the, wait, yeah, I just flipped it. You will have probably 150 and a half. You would probably have like 375 calories. Now let's go with this cocoa milk from Nesquik. So let's see. Here we have let's go for the which one do we go? Let's go with the prepared one on the right. So it's supposed to be 1 cup of milk and 13.8 grams of this cocoa powder, right? So and it says for kilocalories, it's supposed to be 133. Don't focus on kilojoules, it would disorient you. That's the first one here. However, we need to focus on the one that's below, 133. Right, so let's say you drink 3 of these, 3 cups of milk with 3 spoons of this measurement, 13.8 grams. Then you would have, with those 3, approximately 400 calories. Now let's go to a protein powder, this one that I consume. So with just 1 serving, I normally put 3 on mine because I want more protein. But on this one, if you see, just for the powder, not for anything else, it would be 118 calories. For 100 grams, which is a little bit more than 3 spoonfuls of this, which is what I use, it's 393 calories. Now, before we go on, so that you don't get confused now that you saw the cheese, the cocoa powder, and the protein powder, basically you need to calculate your baseline. For example, I haven't calculated my baseline in a while because I've been having different baselines because of varying levels of, muscle, levels of fat, and stuff like that. But let's say on the average, the baseline would be approximately 2000 calories. Some people more, some people less, it depends. But that's just a baseline without doing exercise, without doing anything. So basically what you want to do, or in this case for the question of the video, which is why I'm eating healthy but not losing weight, you should be striving for a caloric deficit. Now, what do I mean with a caloric deficit? You need to consume less calories than your baseline. So let's say that your baseline is 2000, so you need to consume approximately 200 less than your baseline. So for example, if it's 2000, you should strive for 1800 or 1800, depends how you want to calculate it. It's the same number, just different way to say it. So in this case, in this scenario, right? Now let's go back to the ones that we just saw. Let's say if, for example, you're trying to gain some muscle and stuff, but you're trying to go on the caloric deficit. Let's say almost 3 spoonfuls of this would just give you a sixth, or well, not a sixth, like probably a fifth of your caloric intake daily if you want to have the baseline. However, if you mix this with, for example, milk, here we have let's say instead of like 250 milliliters, you go to the liter, complete liter. So calories, we multiply it by 4, so it's the liter. Then it would be 600. All right, so 600 calories with 1 liter of milk. And we go with the powder, right? Then we would have 1,000 calories. Okay, so 3 spoonfuls of this and 1 liter of milk, that would equate to 1,000 calories. If you would need or if you were in search of the caloric deficit, what you would be looking for is just 800 calories more. Okay, so let's go with these oatmeal cookies, right? So these oatmeal cookies, which are supposed to be a little bit more healthy, they have fiber and stuff. Well, if you go and see here, where it is, it's this one. All right. So each packet has 128 calories. There's joules, but don't take it for now. So let's say you eat 2 packets of this. You're 250 calories in, so you would need 650 calories to get to that level that you need, but don't surpass it. So let's say that's your breakfast. Okay, so the milkshake of protein powder with 2 packets of cookies. Now you just have 600 calories to go for the day. Obviously, even if you say like, oh yeah, I'm just eating like the milk, the oatmeal cookies because they're healthy. Okay, let's say that you then say, okay, I'm gonna take a salad and take some chicken breast. All right, but guess what? Chicken breast is gonna probably already take like 300 calories. If you consume like probably 150 grams of chicken breast, and you add up, I don't know, something else like beans and maybe like 2 tortillas, probably with that you would be already reaching your caloric goal. Now, I'm not exactly a nutritionist, so don't exactly take my word for this measurement right now. This was kind of estimated for you to see. But in that case, let's say that you're thinking, okay, I'm eating healthy, my protein powder, my milk, and my 2 packets of cookies in the morning for my time of eating, mid the day. I have my chicken breast, and I have my beans and my 2 tortillas. Then at night I have 2 sandwiches with, I don't know, 3 slices of ham, and maybe like tomato, and I don't know, some lettuce, right? So you think it's healthy. It's the milk, the milkshake protein, the protein milkshake, the 2 packets of cookies, chicken breast, beans, the tortillas, and the 2 sandwiches at night. But guess what? With that, you're probably going over your caloric baseline. So even though it looks like you're eating healthy, or you're technically kind of eating healthy, you're still surpassing your caloric baseline. What you need to do is to distribute your calories so that you're eating less. Now, you have to eat less dense calorie. How? So, yeah, food that doesn't have that much caloric density. Because then there's, let's say, cookie, not oatmeal cookie, but like an Oreo or something. They have way more calories, but they don't bring any nutritional value. So you have to look for that. I mean, I will make an in-depth video. I already did it in Spanish, but I will do it for English too. And I will probably need to do one in Spanish. But basically what I'm trying to get at is you're overeating the calories that you think you're eating actually. So try to count the calories. For example, here we have the quantity as we saw in the milk. So we have the quantity as we saw in the cookies. We have the quantity here in the protein powder. Where is it? There you go. In the cocoa powder of Nesquik. There you have it, the calories. And even on this cheese, I mean, this one is not as visible and obvious, but there it is. You know, 251 calories over there. All right, so I don't have any packets right now of obviously way more healthy food that I would like to show you. But in case that either the packet doesn't come with a calorie count, or you're going to prepare a meal without or like mixing a lot of stuff, also what you can do is look up in the internet, go to Google and look up how many calories this food has. That's what I did when I first started. I just Googled like how much calories does tomato have, spinach have, egg have, ham has, how much milk has. And I was doing that, I counted that, and even though I was not eating completely balanced, because that kind of messed up with my metabolism and my stomach, I did go into a caloric deficit and I did lose weight. And I gained muscle because I also tracked protein. But that's it. I mean, if you think you're eating healthy, or you're actually eating healthy but not losing weight, you're eating more calories than you actually need to eat. So keep eating healthy, keep the good habits, but count your calories. Obviously I could go more in depth and tell you more stuff, but this is what I'm gonna tell you as of right now. So I hope this helps. And yeah, that's it. Any questions, concerns, you can leave it in the comments. You can send me a direct message on Instagram, whatever. And the link will be down below. So, I'm human. On this self-improvement journey, take matter into your own hands. Because if you don't do it, nobody else will do it for you. And find your own way. So, I'm human, keep improving, and I will see you later. See ya.